Hello and welcome to a new episode of the Metroid Dread Randomizer, where all the items and transports have been shuffled and they start at a random location. I'm Blue Psyduck and let's get right into the game. And start. We are starting with Morph Ball and Speed Booster. And we are starting in Gaboran, okay. So this is this room. So I guess Grapple beam up here. Yeah, but can I reach this already? I'm actually not sure. Ah, there are bombs, but when... So I think I cannot reach the Grapple beam yet. Because I cannot get a speed boost in here, so I think we will start with getting the bombs. And most likely we will find up here items so we can get back again. Here, so there are two items which we can get now. So it's a spin jump. And the second one is ice missiles, yeah. Oh. So we can get into this room down here. Nothing here. Maybe let's heal a little bit. Okay. So the question now is, can I get up here? No, I think this is too high up. So question is, I can get into this room maybe. Not really. So what items do I have? I have double jump, speed boost, nothing which actually helps me here. So let's try this again, otherwise I have to start over. No, I have to load from a checkpoint. I have to pay attention not to fall down there. But as said, I cannot get the Grapple beam yet. So quickly get all the items here again. And this time do not fall down here, but take this path. Cannot get through there, don't have Grapple yet. Nothing there. Can get down here. I think not much I can do now, but I can now teleport back to the other save point. Let's save first. I don't know if this is considered in logic to teleport back to the start. I may have to look up the logics for this item location here. Maybe there's something I didn't see how to get this item. So now we can simply leave here. Ah, no we cannot. So with this we can now go through this storm gate transport. Don't fall down here. But I think with the Grapple I can actually pull myself up again now out of the water. So let's see what we have here. Thermal device. Okay. So I cannot go through there. Ouch. So I will quickly look at this item here. Nothing, okay. And we'll now continue the bottom path. There's the random cloak. Most likely random cloak is here so that I can get out of this room because I just went through a random cloak door. So this is... my assumption is that this is purely to enable the logic to let me get out of here. Or Corpus has something, this could also be. Missiles here. I cannot get through here. There's nothing up here. So nothing I can do here, I think. question would then be where to actually go. I cannot do go sooner, of course, because I don't have Elon yet. There's nothing I can do here. Ah, maybe can I reach Queen Teleporter? I'm not sure if I can, which maybe with the speed booster I can actually get here and then continue, but I can't do anything in Randovania. And of course here's a plasma door. So I'm not really sure what the game wants from me now. Ah, I can do Randovania. I can go through the path with the N keys. So let's see that I get to the teleporter. So I think I have to charge speed booster here. Yeah. And let's go to Randovania. And I can actually do this path here. Got these two items. The first one is Screw Attack. And plasma, okay. This means that I have to reload from the save point because I moved this block and locked myself out of this bottom path here. But with the plasma beam, the game wants me to go down here, so I have to reload so that the block is not moved and I have to do it again. So I think first thing we did was teleport back to the start. Okay, so this is our Grapple again. And now go again to Randovania and get the two items there. So yeah, moving the block is what Randovania considers as very dangerous action, because this, as you saw, blocked me out of some of Gavaran, and Randovania is actually taking this as a last resort item. So as long as there are other paths, Randovania most likely will not consider this action to be done. This can be changed in the settings that these type of actions are considered earlier, but with the default settings the dangerous actions are not taken. Unless there's absolutely no other path available. So now I will go back to Gavaran and continue into Gavaran. If I can get out of here, of course. Okay. I could also, okay, I forgot I could also enter Borina. So let's stay in Borina now. I forgot that this path is also open, so maybe I would not have to reload. Flash shift here. So maybe resetting the block was a waste of time now, but yeah. Better reset it now so I can save without issues. So I think I will first look down a little bit. There is one item I have to look for my health, of course. There's one item which I can check down here. Magnet, okay. This means I can continue downwards. No, I can. I can. Because I think this is something you can do with this water bomb jump. Or is it too high? No. So we can continue here. There's our first suit. So we'll actually take this path. And I think now I cannot continue further down, because I won't be able to get back up again. I'm actually not sure, so let's have a look maybe in the next room. Too slow. And dead. Let's do it again. And we have collected all the items again, because there's no safe location until now. have to do this jump again. Okay. Let's get our flash shift again. Oh, magnet again. Okay. Let's fetch our first suit again. And hopefully not die when we go further down here. But I think unless this second suit is down there, I have no possibility to go up here, so I will not go down here yet. And first we'll go up, at least to some safe station. And let's go up now. We will save at the hint location in a few seconds. There are the storm missiles. So this also opens up the item which is in at the teleporter in Randovania. We cannot get out of there yet. But this item could be something now. Or is it? Maybe it is. So let's check this one item and then I will take the bottom part. Ouch. here. Maybe I should have saved. So let's see, we have the second bombs here, okay. So if we find Elon, this means that this will also open up the path behind Gozuna now. Check what... I cannot check what this exit is. I don't have the charge beam yet. And I think you also need the fusion beam for this block. So nothing here. Let's also quickly check this exit. It's Gabo 1 robot. This did not work. So, our first hint at the 32 hours mark.
Uploading data.
Lower levels of the Random
Random cloak and not higher. Yes, we know where it is. So the first useless hint at 32 hours. So, and as said, I will actually look into Randovania here. I cannot, I don't have a charge beam, okay. I forgot that there is one blob there, and this was the last item here. So let's actually go to Gabo 1 robot transport and start Gabo 1 from the bottom. So let's see, there's an E-tank there. Can I get this? Yeah, I think it should be possible. Yes. And this block is also considered dangerous action, of course, because I also can look out myself from the bottom here, but because I have the plasma beam, I can enter through the other side of Gabo 1. So this should not actually lock me out of something. Only a missile tank here. Don't have supers yet. Oh, this was close. There's one item here at the bottom. Yeah, the item hint. Always surprising me a little bit. So let's see. Item at the bottom is only missile tank. I did not want to go out again. There's one item here, I think. Yeah. It's the wave beam, okay. Can I get this? No, I don't think so. I could get this. If I had the second suit, for example. But I think this is too high for this underwater bomb jump. So we have to remember wave beam is here, and we will come back with mostly the second suit. I think we need. Yeah. E.M.M.I is here. Maybe let's go the bottom part first. With a new hint now.
Uploading data.
Samus, you are approaching.
Super missiles on day one. So I can go in this room. So being now in this room means that it was actually a waste of time to reset the block, because I'm now here at a point which I was not able to reach. So it was actually not needed to have this block reset. But you never know, it could actually have been that I would have to enter this room from the other side. Ah, I forgot that you need missile here. If Samus would actually fire a missile would be nice. Nothing here. I think I can also do the E.M.M.I. Is there? I think that is a path up there. Not enough for the speed booster. Ah, that is the problem. I have to charge from here. Up here? No, a little bit more to the side. There's the second suit. Okay. I have to pay attention to this guy because I think he will kill me. Okay, so we now can also get our wave beam. And here's our wave, so getting every item now. Okay, I can do the E.M.M.I, so I will also do it now. I cannot do it, don't have the charge beam yet. So let's save again. Still are low on health. Ouch. Okay. So having all the beams except the charge beam now, which is also interesting. So now, question is, if I beat the E.M.M.I, yeah, I can do this, I think, on the other side. Because from this side I don't need the charge beam. Oh, this was the wrong button. Yeah, the big E-tank. So now question is where to continue. I cannot still not do anything in Artaria. I cannot do Gozuna because I didn't find Elon yet. I can go down here to the path which is normally Elon. So first have a save. So we can turn this. And with this. Oh no, it's not Elon, it's the early super missiles part. So let's have a look if something is here, because I forgot before to look at this item. It's nothing. Maybe let's take the missiles. I still have only 19 missiles. We could also continue in Randovania, because we now have the gravity suit. Ataya Grapple. Yeah, we can get into Ataya from here. Missiles here. I press down, Samus, so please move down. Okay. Nothing here. Nothing here, and our next hint now.
Uploading data.
Both enemy you encountered.
Charge beam also in die 1, okay. At least one of the two. Nothing here. Do we do Corpus? Let's do Corpus, why not? I cannot do Corpus because I don't have the random flow. I reset it earlier. Nothing there. I can also open up this one. We have our path to Kataris. That will continue for now here. Nothing here. Nothing there. Nothing here. E-tank here. And missile tank here. big E-tank here. And the other item is a small one. Transport is submarine to Taiwan. So because we already have 2 hints to Taiwan, let's take this transport to Taiwan. I cannot do the E.M.M.I. I don't have a charge to be my thing. But I can do it from here. So I'm quick enough. Yeah. And it had a first DNA for us. So let's see what this item is. I think I cannot look at it before actually doing this part here. Nothing, okay. Go to the top first and see what these exits are. Ah, there's our charge beam. But this is locked behind power bombs. Experiment has our DNA hand. Nothing there. I cannot continue here, but I can go down here. still cannot move these blocks. Our super missiles. And Gozuna is here, okay. Let's check this one item behind Gozuna. Nothing, okay. Anything else we can do here? Not really. Already collected everything I know here. So let's go back. Big question now is the charge beam we saw our first one, so do we need to find our power bombs, or is it actually the second one and we have to find our first charge beam? We could go to Kataris here, but I don't know if we can reach the experiment transport if we don't have charge beam. Hier. Nothing here, cannot go to the hint here. Can continue down here. Nothing. Cannot get to the transport here as well. And the item up here is also nothing. So I think I will now go to Kataris. Because most of the time, okay, there are some items left here on Dairon. Especially this left part. But let's see what we can do in Kataris. Maybe we find a way to the DNA hint. Or we could also find Itorash. Itorash is more important than the DNA actually. Nothing up here. nothing here. There are a few items here to the left. This is nothing. I cannot go this path. There are all bombs, okay. So with this we can now go back to Taiwan and get our charge beam. And this will open up everything. I think there's then no item which we cannot reach. Well, we don't need any items, let's say. There's no path we cannot reach. What I will do now is checking as many transports as possible, because we are still missing Itorash, we are still missing Elon if we, for example, need Rosuna or Experiment. But as I will most likely don't need any more items, I think I will now skip most of them. Randovania Quiet Warp. Okay, this leads us to the next exit. Yeah, let's take the missiles. I don't know if, for example, Rosuna or Experiment need to be beaten. Nothing up there. This exit is elite Shoso. Okay. Let's take the hint, although we don't really need it anymore.
Uploading data.
This area ready.
A spin is in Elon, okay. So one of our 2 missing items is in Elon. Go the other way and open up the door. Nothing going there. This exit is Gawaran Flipper. And Daiwan superheated. So we checked all exits here. So let's maybe return to Daiwan, check this one exit here. Or we could also go to Kataris and at least get the DNA hint already. You can also check this exit, of course. Upper Burenian. Not helpful anymore. So maybe let's take... I never opened this door. I forgot. Maybe let's take the time and go to Kataris and actually check the DNA hint. So we know which bosses we have to beat. So let's see what we need for bosses.
Uploading data.
Samus, you have manifested
So,
a new power. The speed with
SM
which
is
you siphon
Spider
energies
Magnet,
of the Metroid
Corpus,
DNA.
and Experiment. Okay. So we will need Elon, and we will need everything in Altair, basically. Both bosses. So let's go to Altair first. Because we have the yellow teleporter, yeah. Doors still closed. Okay. So we know that our random cloak is here. So let's do Corpus first, because we are already on this side of the fire. So this is our second DNA. I think this was a little bit too close. Let's try this again. Yeah, let's take the one here. So this is our third DNA now. So we only have to find Edon, Itorash, and then can beat Experiment. So first thing I will do is go to the red teleporter, go to Cat House and check the top exit there. So let's see, it is Itorash, so we will unlock the teleporters. And now I will go to Randovania because Randovania has 2 exits left. Because the next task is to find Elon now. think I cannot take this one because I never saw the other side of the orange teleporter. So it will always teleport me to the orange one. So let's take this instead. Oh, I actually saw the orange one already, okay. So let's check the upper exit first. Which I was not able to open before. It is Hanubia Bridge. So Hanubia also has another exit. So either Elon is in Hanubia now, or it's the bottom exit of Borenia. Or it can be in Dairon, the upper exit to Borenia. This one I also didn't check yet. Don't need hint anymore. Ouch. Elon. Okay, we have Elon. So we have everything we need. And because we know that the space jump is here, I will actually check the items. Up there first. It's not in the back here. Okay, this did not work. Okay, here it is. So now we have also our space jump. So we don't need anything more now. And of course, I cannot, of course, say no to an E-Tank. So I have to go all the way back to Randovania now to have the nearest teleporter. Let's take the end. Let's see what Adam wants to tell us.
Uploading data.
This area. And
Spinning Gawaran. And if I remember correctly, I have to open the heat gates down here before I can actually get to experiment.
DVR appears to be.
Yeah, flash shift was actually vanilla in Randovania. Yeah, there's a people up there. Because otherwise you would also be locked in Experiment Arena. So the devs of the Randovania were kind enough to add this heat gate here. So you always have to open up before you enter the arena. Pay attention to my health because I don't have a lot of it. And the experiment does a lot of damage. This was experiment, so now back to the top of Cartaris. I think this way should be faster, but I'm actually not sure. And this is time. So we finished this seed with a time of 1 hour, nearly 48 minutes. There were some issues in the beginning where I took wrong decisions, especially resetting the one block, which in the end I didn't really need to reset, so this cost me some minutes. But yeah, was interesting to start in Gawaran. Also finding nearly all the items in the beginning. Maybe this is because we started in Gawaran, so logic needed a lot of items to give you in the beginning. And so one of our latest items was actually the charge beam. The other one was in Ataya E.M.M.I Zone first entrance. Yeah, we never passed through this region. So it could be that Dairon was actually meant to be the second one. Yeah, but interesting. And it took not that long to actually beat the seed. And with this, I want to thank you for watching, and as always, see you next mission.